What's going on, everybody? Welcome to episode 99 of Flyers Alley, brought to you by Old City Sports Network. All the sponsors you see in the background, I'm not going to name them off. Fellas, what's going on? Anthony, how's your week? How's it been since we talked to you last?
It's been a minute. We haven't talked since before the holiday, so hopefully you and Wade, you guys had the great holiday season. What an intro. Was that a new sound effect you had, Jesse?
Oh, I got all kinds of shit, dude.
I liked it. But yeah, weeks have been going by. Flyers playing a lot better than I thought before the season. And happy to be back on with you guys.
Okay. Good to have you back. Wade, how are things? How's the kid? How's life? How's the week been?
It's been going pretty good.
Yep. That it?
Yeah. It's been going pretty good. Getting ready for my son's first birthday coming up next weekend, so you got to get the house all in order.
Yeah, give me that before the episode.
Now, all right.
Yeah.
So wait, so you said your son's going to be turning 1. Is
Yep.
it too young to get like the bouncy house for the party?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He still has trouble standing upright.
They like take other kids out, dude. They don't care. There's like no fucks given whatsoever.
What's the youngest
None.
age you can start bringing in like those big bounce houses?
Probably 2 or 3. I would say 2 or 3.
Dude, those were awesome.
I feel like it depends on the parent.
Well, it also depends on the kid. If the kid can like fall down and get back up by himself, he's all right. My son's still at that stage where he falls down and he's just waiting to be picked up like a dead body, just like.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I don't know, dude. We're having it's funny you say that. We're having Charlotte's birthday party at this place. I think it's Oasis. It's like this. It's a bunch of
Which Oasis?
the one in Glen Mills.
Okay.
So we're having
Is that
there.
the one in South Philly?
No, not that one. No. So there's a rule that the parents can't go in on the I don't even know what it is, like a playground type of like obstacle course or whatever it is, and they can't go in. So I told my wife, I said, yeah, well then Kenzie's not going. She's 2 and is literally like Satan. So like if she gets hurt, like she's gonna ruin the whole time. And they said you can't. So if Kenzie gets hurt in there, I can't go in there and get her. So like, yeah, I with the bounce houses, like I'm jumping in. Like I'm Kenzie's not going in because she's just, she's my youngest, and I'm, the protective papa bear. But I don't know, man. Oh, I don't know. I don't like the bouncy houses, dude. They're just a hospital trip waiting to happen.
So there's a trampoline out back. Guy at work, he bought a trampoline this past summer. I think his kids got to play on it once, and his son broke his arm, and the next day he had to take it down and sell it.
End of story.
Yep.
Well, glad Anthony had a good holiday season. Yeah, we're way past that. We're about to hit episode 100 is next Sunday, which is going to be interesting.
Crazy.
Watch, nothing will happen. It'll be as boring as that hockey game last night. With that being said, make sure everyone goes and likes us on Facebook at facebook.com/Flyers Alley, on Twitter at Flyers Alley Pod 1, and at Instagram at Flyers Alley, YouTube, Old City Sports Network. Pay attention to Flyers Alley's Twitter. We're about to get a blue check mark. Just saying.
Do we got to pay for it?
No comment.
Okay.
No comment. Well, apparently Musk is making it so content creators get paid now. Yeah. So blue check mark. What's up, buddy? How's your father?
Not everybody else is buying one, so.
I mean, yeah, exactly. I mean, if Kylie has one, I mean, what? Jesus Christ! If I can't, I gotta like pry the members of our network to stop lighting this girl up on social media. That being said, let's where the hell is it? Let's get into some alley talk. Alley Talk is brought to you by Fanatics. Use the link in the description. Click on that bad boy, and then use code BOLT for 65% off anything site-wide. So if you use our link, you can even go to our link and not even use flyer stuff. Click on that thing, and then use the code BOLT at checkout for 65% off site-wide. and sometimes it's 24-hour shipping, free shipping. So, with that said, so we got the Flyers got manhandled by. But were you at this game?
Me? Yeah.
That's I think you need to stay the hell
For
away.
how long? How long did you stay?
So we showed up. We had to work in the morning. I went with my dad. We got there like right as they were doing the anthem, and he's a big Bruins fan. And I was like, you know what? He's loving this game. We'll just stay for it. I don't even care. It was kind of comical.
Kind of.
I'll tell you what, my fantasy was amazing. I have Pasternak and Bergeron. Like I was fine, but that was the crazy thing is personally, in my opinion, I'll give my opinion first. I don't think they played bad. It's just the Bruins are that good. Like they're an absolute wagon. If there's anything above a wagon, it's them. Like they will win the Stanley Cup this year.
Yeah, unfortunately, I think I don't see how a team's going to beat them in 4 games. The Bruins are just so deep; it's incredible. But I'm with you, Jesse. To start like the first 3 minutes of the game, I thought Philly was taking it to them. They were good on the forecheck, and then a couple goals went in here and there that kind of disrupted the team. But once the Bruins woke up and really wanted to turn it on, they just did whatever they wanted. We'll get into Carter Hart in a little while. I thought a couple goals weren't his fault. There was one of them. I think Pavel Zacha takes a one-timer as he's falling. The puck's going wide and it hits the top of Hart's stick and goes in. Like stupid shit like that, but you got to give the Bruins their due in that kind of a game.
Wait, what do you got for me?
I didn't get to watch it because I was busy at work. So
you hear that?
Oh,
you
get there it is.
Weird with some of them come in. Anyway, yeah, like I said, I don't think that they played horrible, and that was Torch's thing too. They're just that good, and I do have a thing for the it's gonna be for the Woodshed about obviously the fan base again. It's they don't understand. But anyway, so yeah, this sucks. I mean, it is what it is. But the Flyers go on to play the Ducks. I'm like losing my spot. Here we go. They beat the Ducks 5-2. Obviously, there was no one to talk about in the last game because no one scored. Kevin Hayes scores in the first period, assisted by D'Angelo and Konechny. Second period, Ristolainen scores, assisted by Lawton and Konechny. Frost scores, assisted by JVR and Ristolainen. Then Hayes scores in the third, assisted by Lawton and Wade Allison. And then Hayes scores again, assisted by Wade Allison and York. 3 stars of the game, Hayes, Ristolainen, which I wouldn't get used to, and Morgan Frost. We'll start. You go to Wade. We'll go to you about this one.
It's the game where I was saying where Risto picked up his play. He was more sound defensively. He also bodied somebody up against the fucking boards, which was great. We haven't seen that from him in a long time, and it was just great.
Yeah, the physical play's got to happen. It was happening. That was happening last night. We'll get into last night's game. It was happening.
Yeah,
it's
just nothing else was happening after it.
Anthony, what do you got?
Yeah, I mean, obviously Hazy gets the hat trick. How great was that to see? But I'm with Wade. I thought Ristolainen killed the guy up along the boards. Like, I haven't seen that since early in his Buffalo days. And then he gets that sweet shorthanded goal on the backhand, like silky mitts on that one. Morgan Frost, a nice goal between the legs, I guess. That's all right to see. He's racking up points against shit teams. But I don't know. I just wasn't totally impressed with him this week, the entire team. Maybe I still had a bad taste in my mouth from Monday, but it's like, yeah, you manhandled the team you really should have.
That's kind of the way it went. I mean,
well, you would think that.
Yeah,
but look what happened West against Chicago.
Till we get to that one, yeah. I like beating the Ducks. I just don't like the Ducks. It's just something I don't know. They're a proven example of the reason why you need toughness on your team, and we have their guy. So like, it's just they know the deal. So like, there probably was no sheriff or policing on the ice because they know Delorier. They know what he does. No one did anything. They let the Flyers mow him over, and that's how it is. But yeah, I like that. I like to see that. But then you get to Thursday game against the Blackhawks, and that was just fucking pathetic. And if they were dead, I mean, and this, I think this was the game. This was the beginning of my problem. I think who was Hart in goal for this? He was in goal for this, wasn't it? Was it him or was it Urson?
No, it was hard because Urson doesn't have a loss yet.
Right. All right. Urson's undefeated. So my problem with this is, and this is going to lead into our and Anthony, I try to save it for the woodshed.
Mhm.
There's a lot going on here, and this game though is just the whole team is at fault for this. This isn't a team that's solidified in any way, shape, or form. You made them look good, but they're all stars. The guys that are on that team, like the Jonathan Taves and the Patrick Kanes, they even what's his name?
Domi?
Even Domi was looking. He was zipping around. They really made them look like they weren't competing for the Bedard sweepstakes. But yeah, there's a lot going on here. So go to Anthony. What are your thoughts on this one?
That was just like a wet fart kind of game. Like, why am I watching this? Why am I putting myself through this? They didn't want to be there. Every single one of those Flyer players. And you know what? I'm not for tanking at all. I don't like it. I think it's the worst thing you can do as a franchise because it just breeds loserness in your franchise. But that's the only thing I'm going to take out of it is a team below you got 2 points while you got none. Other than that, I had nothing good to say about it.
Wade?
Yeah, we just shit the bed. Worse than wet fart. Just shit the bed. There's no effort at all on any of the lines.
Funny how you put those together. Well,
Yeah,
I mean,
we just shit the bed.
It's crazy because I'm going to say right now, my one of my buttes of the week is going to be Morgan Frost because he's starting to. I don't know what the deal is, whether he's comfortable now or they're putting him in the situations that he needs to be put in to be successful, but he's being successful and he's getting cocky on the ice, which means he's comfortable. So like, I don't know. I mean, that's I think it's funny that Joel from Center Ice, he's a Chicago guy. He hates that they're winning, that they won, but at the same time it's a win. So I mean, they want Bedard, but I don't know. I don't think the Blackhawks, I don't think they're as close as everybody thinks. Even adding on Bedard, I mean, that's not going to help really too much.
That's a good step in the right direction, though.
Yeah, but it's a good step in the right direction for a lot of teams. But I think, like I said, I'll get into the fan. I got to make a note right now about the fan base because I just am going to forget.
I got you, Jesse. I wrote it down.
Oh, did you? I made a thing in StreamYard. I got you. I'm not forgetting it, trust me. Because me and your boy Frank, we're agreeing online. I don't know if you saw that or not, but
no, you guys never agree.
Dude, we're agreeing online. It's just I feel like the fan base is why we argue. And
you know what though? I'll say this about Frank because I've never met him. Obviously, I think he's a good dude. He's not one of these ones where if he doesn't agree with you, where it just right away starts with the name calling. It's actually a good back and forth. You hear out each other's sides, and then it's like, all right, we both want the same thing at the end of the day. I hate getting into it with people on Twitter, and right away they're like, oh, like you're a fucking idiot. What do you know? You don't know anything. It's like, all right, I'm done with this conversation, dude. Like, I'm not doing this.
It's funny because in reality, at the end of that conversation, in fact, the other guy was the one that has no idea what he's talking about. You usually know right off the bat. Well, I've seen some things in the past week. I've been very questionable. They need to start running some sobriety checks or something on Twitter here because these people they're out of their minds. But anyway, so after that shellacking that we got, we why is this? Yeah, okay. We played the Red Wings last night, and I'm gonna say right now, literally, it was probably the dullest game that we've ever had. It was just so boring. Like I actually hold on. Situationally, let's get into it. Lynn's made for the first time ever, handmade, homemade from scratch lasagna last night for the first time. And let me tell you something. Boom, knocked it out of the park.
With or without the meat in it?
With.
All right. See, I don't like it with the meat, but I'll go for it if it's there. Was it good? Did it hold tight?
Bro, it was she put so much cheese in it. It was just, oh my God, it was amazing. Like, she's been knocking it out of the park lately. Let me tell you something.
Damn, I'm jealous.
Maybe you should marry her or something.
Yeah, I feel like I should marry her. Right? But yeah, so after that, like, I like to have a couple beers, during the game. Not happening. I did a Delco dive thing with Charlotte and just anyway. So I'm on and then this game happens and I'm just like, dude, this is fucking brutal. Like it was a nice win. Lawton scores in the first, assisted by Hayes and Allison. Noah Cates scored. Oh wait, that was a third. Sorry, in the third period, Lawton scored, and then Cates scored, assisted by TK. Did you see Larkin? Did anyone see Larkin?
No.
Cates accidentally runs into Larkin, and Larkin punches him in the face.
It looked like he tried to celebrate with Larkin at first.
Well, yeah. Well, so he was celebrating and turned around, like bumped into him. Oh, my bad. Boom. Just punched him in the face. I was like, I wanted to text the guys from Wing Sauce, but I know they'd be like, he ran into our guy. Oh, sorry, I wasn't worried about Dylan Larkin and his weird looking fucking goatee he's got going on. Creep. Anyway, yeah, so this game, I don't know. Did you guys both watch it, or Anthony, did you not watch that one? Or?
I didn't even know they were playing, but I had some other stuff I was attending to last evening.
Well, it was boring, so don't.
Yeah, it was. I mean, it looked like it was gonna like shit was getting stirred up. Like there was a lot of shit behind the plays after the whistle. It was all like building and building, but nothing happened.
Well, they knew it would happen. There's not one dude.
Detroit's got some big fucking dudes.
Yeah, but no, they traded away their one guy that actually fights it, Giovanni Smith.
Yeah, but I mean, they still could have threw down the 6'8". Soderblom. They're both fucking over 6'5". So if they wanted to, they could probably throw their weight around.
Sherrod, did he play last night? Ben Sherrod?
Yeah,
he was a thick body.
Perron was getting a little feisty. So
well, he's a little rat. Yeah, he's always a little rat.
I don't pay attention.
He'd never fight. He's that cheap shot. The ref's got you tied up, so I'll fucking sneak my fist around and punch you in the back of the fucking head. And he won't drop him.
Do I have this in the docket? Hold on a second. I did have. I was bitching a lot last night about. Okay, yeah, I don't have it in there, but the officiating in that game was like so even. If one guy had a penalty, they put the other guy in too. Like it was not one. I think there was once that two other guys were in the penalty box, and then one guy was in for us, Sanheim. But like I don't know, it was a very both of those teams are exactly at the same spot with each other. They're at the same developmental spot, which is bad for Detroit because they got good people on their team, but
they also got bad contracts too on that team, like we do.
They do. But they also got Mo Sider, and I have their goalie in fantasy. He's like hit or miss.
Husso? Yeah.
He's hit or miss.
He's that's his first year there underneath that different setup. So
yeah,
I think he's going to be a steady goaltender for him.
A lot of complaining on their side too. I'm just saying, like you're the Detroit Red Wings, you should really give your balls a tug, give your nuts a tug there. It's just kind of stupid. So that's what we got for the games this week. You have anything on Detroit? Anyone?
No? Perron's a bitch.
Okay, well, let's get into a gritty look ahead. Real quick before I jump into it, we did have a new guy in there taking pictures at the Chicago game. I was supposed to attend, but my kid is just getting over COVID, and he already told me to stay home. Skyler Walker took awesome pictures. If you saw the event invite with McEwen and the gritty one on Instagram, he took them. There's a cool video of all those guys playing soccer in the back playing basketball. He got there like 5 hours ahead of the game. Like, I'm not doing that. It's like,
I think about it. It's your first time going down. You really want to take it in. I mean, you're already in Philly, so.
Anthony, just saying, he flew in from Ottawa. Stayed at the hotel too.
Stayed there for one night and then left. He didn't even hang out.
He came in.
You didn't go down Center City, just explored a little bit.
He came in Wednesday.
Oh, Wednesday. Okay.
And then I think left Saturday, maybe.
Yeah, I thought he left Friday.
Friday, yeah. All right. Anyway, hats off to you. Thanks for the good pictures. With that being said, Great Look Ahead is brought to you by Righteous Felon. Go to www.righteousfelon.com. Use promo code OCSN for 15% off your jerky contraband. I did have that one. Do I still have it? Wow, there it is under the mixer. The Truffalo Bill. Pretty good. It's
might have to stock up on the habanero.
They're changing it. It's a different name now. I don't know if they're changing the flavor, but the name's different. But yeah, you could. What you should do is, people out there, what me and Dan Bradley are doing, I think Wade's gonna do it. You just subscribe to it. You can literally pay $5 a month, and you get jerky once a month. So, I mean, if you're ripping through more than one bag of this a month,
you know my fat ass is.
Well, so am I. But I'm saying it's a problem that I have seeing someone about it. I guess that's cool. Anyway,
seeing someone as in you're looking yourself in the mirror and being like, you got to stop this.
You are fat. But yeah, so we got tonight. We have Flyers versus the Jets, and at 7 p.m. And I think where is this? Is this at? This is at the Wells Fargo Center. So they have the lineups up. I don't really care, to be honest with you, because at this point,
who's in that?
You got to think. Sandstrom, right?
They better figure that out. We're gonna get into that too. It's saying Sandstrom, but the way that it does it on the NHL Network app is it usually has someone's name above the other one. But every time I say Sandstrom's in net, it's not. I would not put Sandstrom in net for this game. The Jets are fucking good as shit. Like, what are they?
They're clicking. They're good, and now they're finally clicking.
Right.
Like a Hellerbuck in that for them.
Yeah.
So they're going for the win. They're not going for.
Yeah, they're going to playoffs, bro. I said, yeah. I know that look. I just had that. They're 30-16-1. They're not fucking around, dude. And the thing is like a couple weeks ago, I said, oh, they're sneaky good, but they're not even sneaky good. They're doing the deed. So I'm gonna go ahead and say I don't think the Flyers are gonna win this one. But with this one though, you're gonna know in the first period because the Jets aren't ones. They don't really come back too well. So see what happens here. We get a comment. It must be Brand's guy. Oh, Thomas McGuire. What's going on, brother? What's up, fellas? They have been looking great. Some of these losses were rough, but we knew the Bruins were going to smoke us. I don't know. I was kind of hoping they wouldn't. But they would. I mean,
I was hoping it was going to be like a 2 or 3 goal game, not a shellacking touchdown above us.
That's fucking bad. put that behind us. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, you guys' thoughts on the Flyers versus Jets tonight? We'll go
Anthony.
Okay, then we'll go to Anthony.
All right. You know what? I don't know. It's Sunday. It's kind of sunny here in Massachusetts a little bit. So I guess I'll try to stay positive. I'll go 3-1 Flyers. For some reason, they'll win this game.
All right. That's it. That's weird coming from you. I'm gonna be honest.
I know. I don't know what the hell's going on with it.
We got another comment. Corey Welk from YouTube. Flyers would look better going ahead with Urson. Flyers win 3-1. Oh, against the Jets. Okay. I could take that. Wade, what do you think?
Well, my forecast is showing rain's coming. So I don't think we'll win, but I still think it's going to be a close one. It's probably going to be a 2-1, maybe an overtime loss if we get lucky. But, yeah, the Jets are just looking pretty good. I mean, their defense isn't as what it used to be, but, it's still young there. So I think we'll lose 2-1.
I'm going to go ahead and say I think they're going to feed off the Eagles' momentum. I think they're going to win, but it is going to be close. This isn't going to be an easy one. Like Wade said, they're definitely vibing right now. And Hellebuck's questionably the best. He has been the best goalie in the league for a while. So
just with a shit team.
Yeah, they penetrate that. I'm a really big fan of Mark Scheifele, though. And I get shit for that all the time. Why?
I
'Cause they
take him.
didn't get over last year. Fuck you. Kidding me? I would
I take him over almost anybody on our team right now.
Wow.
He's on fire.
Wow.
Sonic boom.
Sonic boom.
Well, that one's I don't know about everyone. We'll get into that. That was a hot take. But yeah, so moving on. I guess we're gonna say that we're split down the middle. Oh no, I'm the only one saying. Wait, Anthony,
I'm the only one that says that we'll lose.
Yeah, I had a win. I know. I usually I don't care who they play. They could play like a Mites team, and I'd take the Mites team. But I actually think the Flyers, for some stupid reason, win this one tonight.
Lights on ice are dead. Okay, well let's move on then. I got 2 wins to 1 loss. They play the Kings on Tuesday at 7 p.m. And where is it? That's at home too. Kings are 25-17-6. We win this. I'm sorry. We win this game. Give us Quentin Byfield. Take someone from us. Just give us Quentin Byfield and call it a day. Thomas McGuire checks in again. I think they win tonight too. Corey Welk says Pierre-Luc Dubois has been a standout for them. Yeah, but that guy's a fucking nightmare though.
Yeah, the only team he wants to go to is Montreal and go to riddance.
Fuck, no one wants to go to Montreal now. Fucking what's his name? Sorry, he's out for the rest of the season, so they didn't have a chance anyway. Fuck you, Arbor Jakai. Let's go. So yeah, what do you guys think? Wade.
Against the Kings, I see us getting a win over them. I mean, they're playing well. They're just not a very well-rounded team. They just got 1 or 2 lines that are decent. You know, you throw them out there against our energy line, and then they ain't got shit.
Anthony, what I add? I fucking love that jersey in the background. Have you always had that hung up?
The Richards?
Richards? Like the last couple episodes, I've hung it up.
I've gotten a lot of messages about your latest article, by the way, everyone. OldCitySportsNetwork.com. Check out Anthony's article. Funny that it ended. The first one was Richards. Just saying.
Yeah, it just maybe a little bias there, but
a little bit.
I finally, real quick side note,
yeah.
The guy, I believe it's the guy that runs the account that kind of leaked the Flyers' new uniform story. The one I tagged in my story, he was selling a Richards Winter Classic one from 2010. And I reached out to him. I think I told you this. Like the day Giroux was getting traded, I was like, dude, like, how much do you want for this Richards one? So I got it. And I'm in the process of getting it framed. Because, of course, man, it's Richie. But, it's my own little. That's the last time they had a real captain that did something on the ice. So I got to hang it up. But no, I think the Kings will. They're a team that needs every point they can get moving forward. So I think the Kings come into Philly and take that one on Tuesday.
I don't agree with that.
They got some studs up front. I mean, it all depends on their goaltending. If somebody can stop a puck.
Same can go for us.
I hear you.
Fuck, that's very true. That's actually, there's a lot of teams that are exactly like us right now.
Yeah. It's like something must be in the fucking water or in that BioSteel because almost every goalie has a fucking issue this year.
BioSteel. How ridiculous does that shit look? That's such a fucking promotion. Notice it's always turned around to face the camera. Just say no one drinks it sideways like this.
Yeah.
No one drinks it sideways. They always have to have the outside with the label. Come on, more on you.
Let me drink my water.
Yeah, right. Yeah, by the way, Thomas McGuire says win-win, loss is what I have for the next 4. I'm across his TikTok. Our TikTok is flying, by the way. Just want to let everybody know.
Are you and Wade doing the dances? Is that why?
Yes.
I feel like Wade's a dancer.
It's not me. It's not me. My hand-eye coordination is
the truffle shuffle.
Where is it? Where? There it is. Yeah, buddy. That was dedication right there.
Yeah, that's a Sunday afternoon right there.
Yeah, it's Sunday for you.
Real quick,
Eagles won last night, so you know.
Yeah, did you hear about the guys that bought what's it, Wings tickets so they can?
They said they could tailgate for 12 hours straight.
Jake, like, I don't think I could do that. I was like, bro, like, that's what I usually do when I'm watching a hockey game. I drink it till like 4 in the morning, 12 hours. Fucking child's play to me, motherfucker. Get out of here.
That Wings game was horrible. The last score I saw was 14-5
Against the Wings?
against.
Wow,
They were going against Toronto's
give
lacrosse
credentials
team.
for them and just don't send anyone. I just don't.
Well, would you want to sit there in that
No,
traffic?
Look, listen. No, I sent someone once, and it was just like they were like, "There's no one there. The place is completely empty." I was actually going to go for my first time in the press box just to map out the arena because you can go anywhere you want because there's no one there. But then, like, I got scared and was like, but there's no one here. So,
If I go missing, will they find me?
I'm gonna get lost somewhere. That place is terrible. When you
You'll
go
stumble
up,
in the Grady's like bedroom or something.
you were there, dude. Did you go all the way down to the Zamboni level?
Yeah, I went to the Zamboni level and I was just like, I step outside and like I see like the quarantine area, and then I was just like, this isn't the press box. So I just step back.
It's a fucking nightmare zone.
It's just like,
well, if you walk out, then you go into the media room. It's all nice and lit up, but the rest of like the hallway is like
it was like a fucking dungeon.
It's like from Saul. It's just it doesn't look good. Real quick, go back on jersey. What do you guys think of the All-Star jerseys?
Love them.
I love the West Coast.
I love
don't
them
think
both.
I've
I
seen
think they're awesome.
I even see. I'll send it to you.
All right. But
I like. Well, the only reason I like was they're literally retro as hell. I love
did
it.
I guess it right? Was it going to be like tropical themed?
I think
It's almost like a Miami Vice, right? Because that's where it is this year in
it's
South
retro,
Florida.
yeah, I think you were right about that. Yeah, the West Coast is definitely retro. You know,
Are they the light color this year and we're the darker?
yeah. I feel weird getting a West Coast one, but I think I'm gonna see if my Jersey guy gets them. That's the Konechny All-Star. That's one of them right there.
That's fresh.
I got white one downstairs. It's pretty cool. But my Jersey guy got me that shit for like $60. Yeah, go Gary. This one I'm really interested in. This one. By the way, they're gonna win against the Kings. If I didn't say so. They have the Wild though on Thursday in Minnesota. I don't fucking like the Wild, but I love their jerseys.
Which ones?
I like the green one, the dark green.
Like the regular home ones that they have now.
Yeah,
Dude, I feel like I'm with you on that. I feel like I'm in the minority where nobody likes that one. I freaking love those.
the dark
Those are
green.
awesome.
The gold trim.
No,
Right.
like their regular home ones that they have now, like the forest green, I think it's called or whatever. Like I love that one.
I do too. And then the logo with the mouth with the trees and the sunset. It's whoever made that logo is a fucking genius. That thing's
Dude, I didn't even know this thing. Hold on, wait. This thing right here. Wait, hold on. Yeah, that's like a river. It's like a lake. I didn't know that.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, somebody pointed it out to me when I lived
Oh,
out
like where
there.
its eye is.
I like how it's. I like
the blue
how.
part.
Wait, is
No,
that a
this.
cloud?
That's like a shooting star. That's the sun.
That's the sky. The red. The mouth. The mouth is the
The
river.
mouth is like a lake.
Oh yeah,
It
the
is
mouth is
10,000
the
lake.
river. Yeah.
Every time I look at this fucking logo, I see something new.
I don't know.
Thomas McGuire, a Jersey guy. You have a Jersey guy. I have, dude. I got people for everything. Come on, man. Not fanatics either. Not fanatics. I think wait. Was it that one? Nah, I didn't. I got that one from my Jersey guy for $60. Fell off the back of the truck. Anyway, I got a lot of them downstairs. Fell off the back of the truck. I think you have a couple of my gate. Did I give you one that fell off the back of the truck? Truck's
Me?
dropped. Just saying. Yeah,
No.
Would I give you one? I had like the winter, like the Yandle. You see the Yandle up there? I have a bunch of them that were like Couturier, Giroux, Patrick.
Didn't you try to give away Giroux and nobody wanted it?
Off the wall. I don't know. I did just give it to someone. I shipped it to somebody. I don't fucking want that shit. Nobody wanted it. People still love Giroux. Come on. I can't. Where is it? I don't have it. My drink's in the way. So yeah, Wild. What do you guys think? We got Anthony. Thoughts on the Wild?
I don't know, man. It's a team that for some reason I'm picking to come out of the West, but they're playing like shit lately.
25, 16, and 4.
I know their goaltending's been horrible, and Fleury's just not in it. I guess I'll still take the Wild in overtime.
Let me just say, Fleury. many games played?
Like he's got some stuff going on outside of hockey. I believe.
He has to. Their backup has a better. He's a better save percentage, and he's a better record, or not as good of a record. 11-7-1, almost 2.5 goals against, at a 9.21 with one shutout, and Fleury's 14-9-3 with a higher goals against, save percentage of 9.02, one shutout. And Greg Montour just messaged me and said, "Sorry, I'm missing the show. I just got rear-ended and waiting for the police. Hopefully you're good, brother." Jesus, let me know what's going on.
Jeez, man. He was definitely coming home from playing another hockey game. So him and I talk like all the time, like daily. This man, I am so envious of how much hockey he gets to play.
Who, Montour?
Yeah, oh yeah. He's always on the ice.
He's a fucking machine, dude.
Oh yeah. And he's like telling me, he's like, yeah, like I work out beforehand. I'm like, dude, if I break a stride the day I'm supposed to go on the ice, I'm junk. He's an animal.
Montour could literally probably kill a bear with his fucking bare hands, dude. We had him on the show. I talk to him all the time. I was just listening to him, and I see his pictures. I'm like, this fucking guy has probably seen some shit. But hopefully you're okay, buddy. Let me know what's going on. But yeah, so whatever. I don't know what's gonna. That just threw me off a little bit. Hold on, Wade, Minnesota game. Go
ahead. It's gonna like everybody's saying, it's gonna be a tight one. I could see us winning, but I would really like to see Reeves and Delorier go at it.
Yeah. I have gone back. What was it? Where was it? That shit for everything. I've gone back and watched hockey fights, all of them, and Delorier has been successful in almost every single one of them. So
he's a tough prick.
I've seen some of the pictures that Skyler. I'm just gonna call him Skywalker. His name's Skyler Walker. It's Skywalker now. Some of the pictures he took at Delorier is like, do not fuck with that guy. Like he's mean.
So on Monday, if I can jump in, I kind of was behind like the net where like Carter Hart was twice, right? And there was a play earlier in the game where this guy for the Bruins, Greer, kind of hit Carter Hart behind the net, but he was pushed into him. So Delorier was trying to fuck with this guy all game. So now there's a face-off like right in front of me, and Delorier's looking and talking to Greer, but he's like, I could see his face in Delorier. And like he was kind of like, oh, like let's go. You can read his lips. He's kind of like got like that sick smile, like let's go. And then Greer said something, and then Nick's face just went whoosh. It was, I'm all business, and you could see like the psychoness just coming through his eyes. Like he wanted to fuck this kid up, but the kid wouldn't fight him all day. And I'm like, that is a scary human being in Nick Delorier.
It's lucky he didn't get fucking jumped.
Oh my god, dude, he is one. When I saw him fight last year, because I was at Jesse, I told you when in Minnesota when I was out there, and he fought Sealer, and his face was all cut up Delorier, and he just smiled and licked the blood. I was like, yeah, he needs to wear the orange and black. Like I love that man.
I like how we kind of like predicted that. That was really nice.
I told you. I know some people.
That was a good one. I was like, let's fucking don't start. I'm not even good.
No, it's not what you know. It's more of who you know.
Yeah. Yep. Well, that's how I predicted the Taki and Goudreau thing. Got my boy Kyle Wellsford out in fucking Vancouver, bro. Don't even start. Don't even.
Fucking TNT broadcast. Rip.
I don't know if Anthony's too young for this, but anyway.
AOL.
Okay.
I remember that shit.
Yeah, everybody. Even people that didn't have it are like, that's fucking horrible. Yeah, I would love to see that fight, and actually, it'll probably happen. I mean,
absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, I really hope that my guy McEwen isn't the one. I'm not saying that he can't do it, but I would much rather be Delorier.
I'll say it. He can't do it. It's got to be Delorier.
Oh, hey, man, he fucking took Tom Wilson last year.
I think the one fight he's won since he's been in Philly. And I like McEwen, but it's like, I feel bad for him.
He's won a couple.
He's always getting his head kicked in.
Talking about?
Oh,
he only got his head kicked in last year was by Simmons.
He's like freaking who's the guy that never won a fight? The defenseman there.
Where?
I'll look back in a second. That Philly he lost every fucking fight he was ever in. Ah, fuck. I forget the guy.
Luke, don't say Luke Shen.
No, it wasn't the Shem brothers.
Because he fought
I-
Shen. I thought he won Shen because he grabbed his fucking face mask. And that's when I interviewed him. I was like, what was that all about?
No, the guy that broke McDavid's shoulder there.
Hold on.
And he kicked the puck in his own net when I went.
Oh my God, I know who you're talking about.
He sucked at fight. Brendan Manning. Oh my God, was he terrible at fighting? he lost every goddamn fight he was in.
He sucked at everything, dude. He was almost as bad as McDonald.
Dude, but here's the thing. Flyers hockey has been worse since he's been gone. So I guess who's the bad part in this?
He's still the bad one.
He's a shit person.
He was a straight shit. Anyway, yeah, watch the way you talk about my boy. So are they going to win? Wade, win or loss?
Yes, win.
Win. Okay, I think a win too. I hope for a win.
It's going to be definitely a close game, though.
It's crazy because they're 25-6-14. And I just don't. This one's on. This one. This is. I suggest everybody gets Fubo. By the way, Fubo rules the streaming service because this one's on ESPN Plus and Hulu.
Oh,
well, I got Hulu, so.
Yeah, so do we. But I like the Fubo is like you still have TV. I love it. Commercials, everything. Yeah, I miss the commercials when I don't have them. So yeah, that's gonna be a win. Then we get into. Is this them again? No, we got Winnipeg again on Saturday away in Winnipeg.
Late game, right?
If
it's in Winnipeg, I thought it was going to be at least at 10 o'clock.
The Peg's in our time zone.
Nah.
7 o'clock. Wait, is that going to be? That's going to be the loss. No, that's on Saturday. So that'll be the last game of January 2023. Thoughts on that? Winnipeg, is it going to be the same as this one, or I mean, I guess we could chalk it up. They'll probably be the same result as this one.
I'm taking a loss in Winnipeg.
I think it kind of depends on what the rest of the week looks like. Because I mean, you got Winnipeg to start it off tonight, and then LA, Minnesota. Maybe if they win against Minnesota, maybe they can use that momentum to kind of mow over the Jets in the Peg. Wade, anything?
It's gonna be a tough one winning in their home arena.
I think it's funny that no one likes playing in Winnipeg.
Not even people that are from Winnipeg want to fucking still play there.
Some of the stories that Bile Alice and Cote have said about Winnipeg is just not good. Like, so I can understand that. I have like repeated games here. Anyway, that's what we got for that. For you look ahead, let's get into Butte of the week. Shit, I forgot. I had the last week perfect. I just don't have it now. Well, Beauty of the Week is brought to you by Sterling Pig Brewery. Go to www.sterlingpig.com. Check out their brewery. Check out their cool beers. I'm probably going to drink the Baltimore Pike Porter tonight. It's probably my favorite beer of all time. Going to a family gathering. Got family from California coming in. But, yeah, Wade knows about their food, though. Wade, you want to touch on their food a little bit?
Got to go get it.
There you go.
If you're in the area, looking for something kind of like
comfort food.
Not seasonal, like a little barbecue-y, little smoky smoke, I would check it out.
I like the smoky smoke.
I like because it's not like your traditional restaurants around here. It's like your summertime food, but it's fucking 2 degrees out. So when I get some smoked meat.
Plus, them and the Neshaminy they match their menu up with their beer menu too. So if you're getting like a pulled pork sandwich, they'll match it up with like some crazy sour to like combat with taste and such. So pretty cool. If you're in the Delaware County area, Greater Philadelphia area, check out Sterling Pig and Media. It's right on State Street. So do that. What do you guys have for your Buttes of the week? Let's go to Anthony. He's been here in a while. Let's hear it.
I'm gonna go Noah Cates. Scored last night. He's consistently just doing the little things right, game in and game out. I think John Tortorella had a quote the other day saying like, Cates is pissing him off because he never takes the options on morning, those optional practices. He's always in there working hard every day. And I wrote the article last year, like hop on this bandwagon of this kid because everything from him, he's doing the small things right, and it's going to pay off in the long run. You're starting to see him get a couple more goals this year, and I'm looking forward to him in the future. But yeah, Noah Cates is my beaut of the week.
Wait, what do you got? You only got one? You're just taking one?
I just got the one.
I got two. I'll go with two. Sky Lawton, just, kind of like doing like the Noah Cates thing, but just not, getting the goals, but he's been doing all the little things, getting the scrums after the whistle, again, the only guy wearing a letter, if you guys care about it or not. And surprisingly, I got Risto on there for finally fucking playing up to his contract, bodying people, putting some points up. I don't really care about the points. I'd just rather have him be more physical and block more shots. And he's been checking all the boxes.
I'm not going to choose him as it, but I agree with both of your takes. Especially, actually both of them, not especially either one of them. The Noah Cates one's huge because I know Anthony's a huge fan of the Noah Cates one, and I don't see him having any chance of being dropped down at all. I'm a little upset. I'm a big fan of Jackson, but the AHL needs their people too. Would love to see him come up, but even being a huge fan of his, I don't think he's ready yet. He will be, but maybe next year. But also Aristolainen, it's nice to see him do what he's here to do. He's still making a couple mistakes, defensively, but not a big deal. They all are, except for Cam York. Really, I will say. I got two, Cam York and Morgan Frost. I got to give it to both of them. Last night's game, I don't care who it was against. Wade, did you see the spinorama goal he tried to score?
No.
York. He came out of nowhere. He literally looked like he tried to do the McDavid highlight reel one, and he almost did it. But he got on the bench. You could just see him like, fuck. But definitely him. He's been quiet, but like doing his job. And Morgan Frost.
He got nominated to the AHL All-Star this year.
Yep.
Cam York.
Yeah, not even playing down there. What's that tell you? Come on.
He started the year off down there, so technically I think he was eligible.
Yeah. No, I'm in. I mean, anything to help him out. So it's got to be Cam York and Morgan Frost. I said a lot of things negative about him, but I mean, that's how it is. Until you start doing some things, we're going to talk some negativity about you. And he's starting to really solidify here. So no more shooting Morgan Frost into the sun. He's on fire!
That's another thing I've been saying. He's been getting a lot better at doing his face-off deal.
He's putting himself in positions that he needs to be in, and I don't even know if that's torch or whatever it is. Maybe
I believe,
a lot of these players I think are really starting to respond to torch. But I know we had talked earlier in the season, and it wasn't the case. Some of the players weren't really responding to it, and I think now everybody's starting to buy in. A couple players that I don't think are buying in, and there's a lot of rumors of them getting moved. So like. Torch is getting rid of the people that he's going to get rid of in the off season. So that's mine. I got Frost and Cam York. We can get into Philly City Top 10 because I just got sent one. And it's pretty good. So let's get into that. Philly City Top Titties brought to you by Old City Sports Network. Go to our website, scrolling in the scrolling marquee at the bottom here. It's also in the description. You can click on that. Go check out our site. Just updated. That thing looks bad as shit. Just saying, took me 3 hours to update that bad boy. Now it's got some effects on it. We got some pictures up there from Reading Royals with the Worcester Railers.
Oh, the Worcester Railers?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. They're like an hour and a half from me.
Bro, I got some stuff going on here.
It's Worcester.
I'm not saying Worcester. Then why don't you spell Worcester?
Yeah, it's not. It doesn't look anything how it sounds.
I don't like that.
It's that fucking Massachusetts shit for you.
Yeah,
How you say it? Is that Worcester sauce?
that's Westshire sauce.
Wow.
Worcestershire.
What is it?
Isn't it Westshire sauce? I don't know. I just know it's Worcester.
Everyone in
That's in the western part of the state.
Sam Wismer, who actually was there. That's who took the pictures. Extra pick in York, Jesse. And it's, yes, Worcester. That's like Worcester. I'm not doing that.
Worcester.
Worcestershire.
Water.
Worcestershire, by the way. Yeah, so make sure you guys go to our website, check out. We have 7 new pods coming on in the next month, by the way. Looking pretty good. So I was sent this, and it's Bobby Briggs' first pro hockey fight.
The 4 goals the Phantom scored in the second. Aloy Luxell weaving up there and knocked it in deep for Bobby Brink. Trying to lift the stick of Maniscalco to win it there. Here's the reigning NCAA scoring champion, Bobby Brink, who cranked him up at the University of Denver last year. Here's Wiley in and a shot. Brink with a save off his right shoulder. Brink ready to drop the gloves. Brink in his first pro fight with Maniscalco. But Maniscalco has Brink and kind of grabbing him by the helmet. Brink really couldn't get free and couldn't throw anything. Bobby Brink, all of 5 feet 8, gets in his first AHL fight with Maniscalco, but wasn't really too much to that. But he'd had it with him. Now Kevin Connaughton is going to Josh Maniscalco. The linesman has to hold away Kevin Connaughton.
There goes Connaughton sticking up for his teammate.
I was going to say, for Brink.
What do you expect when the guy fucking grabs both your arms and pulls you down?
Well, it doesn't help that he's 5 foot nothing. So I mean,
Hey, you know what? At least he fought.
out of him.
Yeah.
He didn't just tuck it and run away.
Bobby Brink slew footed him.
Hey, he answered the bell.
Well,
By the way,
yeah,
that Maniscalco kid, I think he played at Arizona State. Because I remember him. I called the game and he played in it. So just going to give myself a shout out.
Oh, there you go.
Shameless plug right there.
Well, would it be a slew foot if the guy's facing you, though?
I didn't like it. Whatever. I'm just saying. He sucked.
You do
I like
that when the guy fucking puts his elbow in your face.
If he's going to play like a dickhead and be chippy like that, I love it. Philly needs more of that.
I'm for it, but yeah, I'm just saying that fight sucked. But I'm giving Connaughton some credit because he literally Connaughton was all over that guy. Do we see Connaughton ever again? I mean, I don't think so.
No.
If the only problem with bringing him up is his one-way contract. So if we bring him up and then have to send him back down because somebody's healthy,
right?
He has to get put on waivers.
I'm pretty sure nobody would take that cut. Nobody would want him.
Nah, that sucks. I like Connaughton.
He's all right. He's a good 7th defenseman. Yeah,
I think he's good down there. Like, because I saw somebody tweeted too about Anisimov. They're better off being down there, grooming the kids in the minors to have them ready for the NHL than just wasting games up here and being healthy scratched all the time.
And they also got a good head coach down there in Lappy, a veteran that's been all around the fucking league, also helping teaching kids probably as well.
Yep. All right. Well, with that being said, we got another comment. It must be Sam. He's alternate captain right now. Oh, Connaughton. Is it Connaughton or Anisimov? Probably Connaughton.
Probably Connaughton.
I wouldn't give Anisimov though. All right, let's move on to the woodshed here. All right, the Woodshed is brought to you by Neshaminy Creek Brewing. Go to www.neshaminycreekbrewing.com. Check out all their awesome can art. Anthony has something to say.
Yeah, real quick. Whether he has a letter or not, I think the wearing the letter thing could be overrated because sometimes teams use that to try to build up a player's trade ability thing, trade value or whatever. So just because if they have a letter or not, I don't read into that. But nonetheless, go ahead, Jesse.
Also may mean something different in the AHL than it does here.
Yeah, so teams will just try to send messages in certain ways. But go ahead.
Did you have somebody in mind that you're thinking of when you said that? They just gave them a letter? Yeah. for a trade value or anything?
Yeah,
Who do you have in mind?
Scott Lawton.
That's funny that you said that because one of the rumors that I heard was that Lawton, Anthony, and I think it was I don't know if it was Sanheim or not, or could be open to trades.
Well, I mean, the Spit and Chicklets
show, but it was something.
Whitney said it a while ago that, like, sometimes when a player, I forget how he phrased it, but he basically said when he got the A, he knew the team was using him to up his trade value, and then he got traded. But I don't think it's necessarily the same deal with Lawton. I literally think they think he's a great leader, but I wouldn't be surprised if they're like, hey, let's give just him the A because that'll stand out more to other teams.
True. And under
just one guy though, I think it means a little bit more with the Flyers organization.
We'll see. Weirder things, right?
Yeah.
One of the top things we're going to talk about, the Woodshed. All right, Chamonix Creek, they have amazing beer cans. They have amazing beer art. Their beer in general is amazing. Not a shameless plug for them at all. Marley's Chains, amazing $25 beer. It was about this big. Had it dipped, the top dipped in wax. It was unreal. I had 4 of them over the holiday weekend. For Christmas, it was amazing. It was probably the best beer I've ever had. Aged in whiskey barrels. It was amazing. Anyway, so one of the things that we're going to talk about here we go. Soft goals by heart. Anthony, if you want to go first, if Wade, you want to go first. I know we have some different views on what's going on here. So I agree with what Anthony's going to say. So I don't know which one of us wants to go. Anthony, go.
Well, then one of you guys go first so I can try to defend him.
Anthony, go.
All right, I'm going to start by saying this. I'm a Carter Hart guy. I love him. I defend him as much as I can. But he's making it very hard game by game to defend him all the time, where he's very inconsistent. He lets up 4 the other day against Boston, and then he comes out and gives up 1, maybe 2. And then the next game, you can write it down. He's giving up 4+. And it's just the lack of inconsistency from him is just getting more frustrating by the week. But the other day in Boston, I'm here right now. When I'm right here, I'm done with the player. And I'm right here. I'm close to it. There was a play, I believe after the 4th goal against Carter Hart in Boston, puck gets sent down length of the ice towards him, and he just stands in the net just like, yeah, I don't need to come out and get it. And that pissed me off because, when Ursan came in, another puck comes down, and here he flies out, gets it, stops it, sets it up. And it's like, all right, are you going to start being a little pissy crybaby in the crease now because things aren't going your way? What are we doing, dude? The city loves you. So you're having a rocky game and you just sulk inside your net. That fucking pissed me off. I don't need the crybaby in the net that's going to cry when it does not go his way. I want my goalie to be tough in net and just focus on stopping the puck. And Carter Hart right now has his head somewhere completely different, and it's just getting more frustrating by the week. I don't want to move him because he's only 24, and he is a damn good goalie. But he needs to get more consistent in the net, okay? And I don't need the bad body language. I'm waiting for Torch to really send a message to this kid because, I think they've done the phantom injury with him a couple of times in previous seasons. I was waiting for it again this year when they had to make a choice with Sandstrom coming back. I'm waiting for them, most notably Torch, to send a strong message to Carter Hart saying, you know what, if you really want this net, you need to make me give it back to you because right now it should belong to the kid that just got sent down to the minors.
Tiger uppercut. All right, Wade.
I mean, some of the games you got to look at. Yeah, he's wishy-washy sometimes, but so's the fucking team around him. We had no business of letting Chicago Blackhawks outshoot us in the first period in the first off. That's just asinine. A bottom-feeding team like that is outshooting you. Actually, I think by the end of the game, they were still outshooting us. Anyway, it's just some goals, yes, there were fucking softer than dog shit that he let in, but it's gotta suck. You're sitting back there by yourself and you don't know what the fucking defense is gonna do tonight. You don't know if they're gonna let you see the puck or if they're just gonna be like Nick Sealer and Risto and sit both their fat asses in front of you, screening you, and letting fucking Johnson skate right down and fucking right past your head. So I mean, some of the saves he should have had, but you also got to put the blame on some of the fucking defense and the team. Can't just
No, I agree. The D has been shitty, and again, it's why I'm not completely done with the guy. But it's the body language that really is pissing me off with him. It's just like like throwing the hands up or just kind of sitting there for like that extra length of time after giving up a goal. And by the way, with the soft goals he does give up, you can tell he was very close to Brian Elliott, because when he played in net, you could guarantee some soft freaking goal that had no business going in. And sometimes you can see it in Hart's game.
But you also, if you talk to other goaltenders, they'll say sometimes it's just that soft fucking shot that somebody lays on you that's harder to get, because you're expecting 80, 90 miles an hour and somebody throws a 60 or 70 mile shot and it's just like, oh, fuck. And like you said earlier during the night or during the show that fucking shot that went off his fucking stick and into his net in Boston,
on Zaka.
It's just sometimes when shit fucking rolls downhill, it fucking avalanches on you.
Right, but I mean, come on. The one early this year from like the red line and it hit the M boards. Come on, dude. You had enough time to watch that, see it was going to hit the boards. Just cover your posts, man. Like, what are you doing? I thought that was a lazy goal. And again, that's what I used to see with Elliott. Like, just would not close off that gap. And how many times were we told and preached that Carter Hart is basically OCD when it comes to his mechanics? He's very obsessed with being square to every shot. And I feel like his mechanics has gotten lazy the last couple of years. But now it's just like in your face, like,
Sonic boom.
Shots on goal at the end of the game for Chicago was 38-29 in the favor of the Flyers.
Wow.
But you wouldn't expect that.
It didn't look like it.
Right. In the first period, there was 9-7 Blackhawks. The second was 15-11 the Flyers, and then in the third it was 16-9. My problem here is that me and Anthony were talking obviously the other night, and he was happy that I was going to bring this up just because it needs to be talked about a lot. And I listen to all other pods in the area about the Flyers and such, and I've been preaching this for a long time: is that Carter Hart does need to be held accountable for some of the things he does. You can't blame the defense all the time, but they are to blame most of the time. But so what do we do here when it comes to Carter Hart? We're looking at, we are trying to rebuild, and Torts is rebuilding the team. That's what's happening. You're going to start seeing some guys leave that you really didn't think were going to leave. I think you're going to see one really happen probably in the off season. It's going to be like, what the fuck was that? But it's to shock the network. That's what's going to happen. We do still have Fedotov, who is clocked in to come back and take over the second seat, but at this point in time, he doesn't have as many goal games as Carter Hart. Erson is the hot goalie right now. The problem with Carter Hart is that Carter Hart doesn't really, as much as anybody wants to say he does, he folds under pressure. He has some really, really nice saves, though, last night. Really, really nice saves. But at the same time, like, that's the Detroit Red Wings and then the Chicago Blackhawks. Now, with that being said, the Chicago Blackhawks do have questionably one of the best players in the league in Patrick Kane, who can literally make anybody look good. That was a good showcase for Patrick Kane going to the Rangers. Carter Hart needs to figure out what Carter Hart's doing here, because the emotional problems and the I'm sad and I'm this and that, that can't be overlooked. That's also a statistic and something that's looked at by people that aren't your regular fans. We watch this shit all the time, and no one across the board that knows what they're talking about will disagree with Carter Hart. Needs to figure out what the fuck Carter Hart's doing, because this is getting old. What happens? So we're going to send Erson down. Sandstrom's going to get lit up his next game. That's all there is to it. None of these teams that we're playing this week should Sandstrom play against. He just shouldn't. But it's also, I'll get into it with the fan base thing. This isn't a winning season. So, like, you kind of want Carter Hart to get his head on straight before we go into a season that we're projected to want to do something, and that's not what's happening. So, me right now, I will be the guy to do it. I say you ship out Carter Hart. I'm sorry. I just at this point in time, one, you have to shake the foundation of the entire franchise, and that's what it is. To be completely honest with you, besides the one run that we went to when he came up when the goalie carousel happened, and when we went into the playoffs, starting to bubble, literally all you can write home about. Everything else, he's an average goalie. Now I understand that it takes time to form a goalie and to structure a goalie. All right, well, why aren't we doing that? Is it his fault? Probably not. But at the same time, at the end of the day, you're a goalie. Stop the fucking goal. Stop the puck from going in. Like, the defense can only get blamed so much because the defense is hot as shit some nights. And Carter Hart still lets goals in. So my thing is, I don't disagree with either one of you. I do think he needs to there's still some accountability that needs to be held in his favor, and Torts needs to do that. And I'm not saying he's afraid to do it, but he needs to do that. But at the same time, if he does do it, it may put Carter Hart in an emotional state, and he might not get out of it. So, I mean, nobody knows what's going to happen. But you have a real issue with your goalie tandem right now, and it's not only just Urson, Felix Sandstrom battle going on. It's what are you going to really do when Fedotov comes across? That's a big thing that everyone needs to look at that everybody forgot about. Well, not us. I'm sorry, everybody else. Oh, you want?
You give yourself a round.
Okay. I don't want to.
No, that was great. I mean, I'm with you because I don't like the crossover sports. But wasn't there an athlete recently in Philadelphia that was damn near close? You know, he was a top pick, damn near close to being the MVP, and then just fell right off, right? I mean, in Carson Wentz, now Carter Hart, you kind of come in, okay? You're the golden child here for Philly, right? You go to that bubble where you have the fake playoff series win, and he looked good. He looked damn good against Montreal, and then against the Islanders, it kind of fell apart a little bit. But ever since then, he has not been anything close to that. And I know, didn't he fire his sports psychologist that he was close with? Do we know if he ever got another psychologist to help him out? I mean,
he probably did.
Yeah.
Well,
because
I mean,
all goaltenders, they need their like zen. So he probably went out and got probably
that's
a
great.
local one.
I hope he did. Everybody needs someone to talk to. But at the end of the day, and maybe I'm a DB for saying it, I want my goalie to shove somebody out of the way, whether it's their own guy or somebody else from another team, and just say, I need to stop this fucking puck. That's my job. I don't need any other distraction. I'm stopping this puck. And, Hart doesn't seem like he has that mindset. And Jesse, man, we were talking before the season began. I was the one hoping. I was like, good. I hope Fedotov comes out here. He wore 28 in Russia. I hope he wears it here. And I hope he makes Hart be the backup. Like, I was so high on this kid because you see these Russians come over late in their careers, 25, 26, and Panarin, Kaprizov, and they light it up. And I'm like, great. The Flyers have an old Russian who's going to light it up in net. And then obviously the things happen they can't control. But I'm still looking forward to Fedotov coming back next year.
100%. And you have to be. And that's the next topic that we're getting into is about Farabee, but we are getting pretty long here. I don't want to hold you guys up any longer. So I won't do the mailbag because that's going to be long. Yeah, I don't know. We kind of all agreed to disagree about that. I'm going to stand by my shit because we've been looking at Fedotov for so obviously when it happened, and it's been like that was the real issue that happened this season. Obviously, Ellis getting hurt again, kind of predictable, but the Fedotov thing it was the real big issue that happened this year. We could check off with
another one.
Yeah, well,
how old is that kid though?
I think he might be like 27. That's popping in my head.
That Kuchekov is that old?
Let's say him do it.
So.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm probably wrong. He looks 27.
That's what I'm saying.
I know he could be like 16.
Have a draft and stash Russian who's mid-20s that's going to come over. Like that's what you need.
25. Sam said.
That's perfect.
I was gonna say he's got Sam's 33. So anybody lower than her is a kid. Straight up, that kid. I love that. It's fucking hilarious. Let's move on real quick. We can touch on it real quick. We can move along because I do want to talk about the Farabee thing. Farabee shit or get off the pot. I'm not happy with the Farabee shit right now. Just saying. The other night, Wade touched on it earlier. He literally let Tyler Johnson walk directly in and shoot on Hart. And I will give Hart that. That sucked. But like Farabee, okay, so and I did say something to somebody on Twitter, and obviously, boo, everyone's boo. If you're hurt, then get the fuck off the ice. If your back is still hurting from your surgery, then get off the ice. Like, I don't want to hear this. Like, if you are still hurting from your back injury, you're hurting the team. Don't play. Like, that's my thoughts. Let's stay with that. But
Yeah.
Anything?
Look, I went into this season. I told you the first episode. I can't wait for the second week of April when the season's over for the Flyers. So I have no expectations. I thought they were going to be worse than they are. So I'm more lenient than you when it comes to Farabee getting over this injury. It took Jack Eichel kind of a little bit of time to feel comfortable, and I know he's kind of slumping right now, but that's kind of where I'm at with Farabee. I'm not really expecting anything of him. Next year, I think, in my own personal agenda, I'll turn the heat up on him pretty quick if he doesn't come out and start, showing he can score like he did that 56-game season a couple years ago where he put up 20.
Yeah. Wait, anything on Farabee?
Yeah, I mean, if, like you're saying, if he's hurt, then fucking get off the ice. There's no point of trying to work through it and possibly make it worse. I mean, Sean Couturier tried to rush back and had a little mishap and then had to get another surgery done. That's why Hayes. So your back's really one thing you don't really want to fuck around with, especially in a contact sport. But like Anthony said, if next year, if he's doing the same bullshit, time to pack your fucking bags, go to Ottawa. The reason why I said Ottawa is because Giroux gave him that high compliment. So,
I know what you're saying. Oh my god! Let's get into the Peruvian Pride Night thing. Real quick, we had talked backstage, and obviously, like, we're not going to get into it like I thought we were going to. Also, for Center Ice on Wednesday when that airs, we will not be getting into it because we do not see eye to eye with that. So, with that being said, yeah. Whatever. I said my piece, and that's where it kind of ended. Is what it is. My personal opinion, which actually doesn't go against anybody's opinion in here. I don't really think anybody should have an opinion unless you're actually, in that community and you're Ivan Provorov, because it's kind of none of your fucking business what he does. So, again, media, back the fuck off. It's not. And you wrote an article about it. Did you hear about that thing? Actually, this is really good. Did you hear about that one network that got they cut all their content creators? Yeah, did you notice the one people that hit the fucking shit out of the Pride Night thing with Provy? They were those people, and now they're no longer in the media. Just saying. Anyway, let's move on to the last one with the media. Yeah, you like that? I fucking really like that because I got called out about not writing an article about it. Dude fucking called me. Anyway, Torch has a process. What's the fan base's excuse? So me and Frank Rader were talking on Twitter, and it was basically Torch has this thing, and I think everybody's confused that we're supposed to be apparently going to the Stanley Cup playoffs this year.
No, fucking idiot. You're thinking that.
Not the case. And it's
that shit over.
Yeah, we'll say yes. we'll say on here. That we're like 6 points out of the playoffs, whatever. Like, that's just because we're 6 points out of the wild card. If you notice, that means that everybody else has to lose for us to move up. So that being said, they're not getting into the playoffs this year, and if they do, I don't even know if we'll record. Because
if they do get in the fucking playoffs, again, this would be another stupid fucking idea to get yourself further away from top talent in this year's draft.
But not even just that, just the fact of the mentality and the morale of the team. It just buckle up to get demoralized, because like that's all it's gonna do. If you're trying to shape Erson into something, say he comes up with Hart, or any of the new guys, hopefully they have good heads on their shoulders. There's a lot of players on the team that they will need for a playoff run, like the grinders, that fourth line, like all those guys 100% have to be on a playoff team. You need every single one of them. But you don't have a true goal scorer. Your defense is solidifying to a certain extent, but it's very wishy-washy, and you have goalie problems. So, like, Please just stop with that. But with that being said, what me and Frank were talking about is it's just not. This isn't a successful year. This is a developmental year for next year. So like,
Yep.
What are you talking about? They want to get rid of this. They're already talking about get rid of Torts. It's fucking unreal. That's all I have.
And put what in there? You barely gave him a full season, and you want to get rid of the guy? Got to at least give him 2 to 3 seasons to see what his process is.
I don't even count this as his first season. I feel like this is like filling out the application. He got accepted. He's just making his demands right now.
You're just dealing with the shit that's handed to you right now.
Yeah, it's a tryout. He's going to trim the fat, and then year 1 begins next year with Torts.
It's probably why it was a 4-year contract deal that he made. 1 or 2 years of just dealing with the bullshit and bad contracts that we have, and the next 2 is all right. Let's see where we're going.
Long one. I'm gonna skip Phantoms. I'm just gonna play the thing. It's too long. Fam Scopes brought to you by Norse Beards. Go to www.norsebeards.com. Use promo code OCS for 25% off your beards and products. I highly recommend their beard oil. Awesome. They're stocking up right now. We apparently got a lot of sales in Christmas time. He's going to be reading up with us soon. So, pat on the back to us. There's a lot of stuff here. If you guys, I'm going to post it to our social medias for the Phantom Scope. It's just we're almost hitting an hour and a half, and I hate doing that. So yeah, look out for that. Sorry, Sam usually sends it to me. It's just it went on a lot longer than we thought it was going to. So we're just going to rip right down to final thought here. And kind of end this bad boy. I'm not gonna play the music either because apparently when I play the music, you can't fucking hear anybody. Anyway,
I was gonna say you could try it again.
I'll try it. I guess.
Yeah, you will try it.
If I turn it down, work. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Is it working right now while it's playing?
Yep.
All right, cool. So final thought. What you guys got for final thought? Good, Anthony. Not you,
Austin.
I know what you're gonna do.
All right, dude, I like this beat. It's a good beat. Everybody knows my love for Noah Cates, Nick Deloria, things like that. Another guy that's really opened my eyes the last couple of weeks. Not even just for the goal scoring, but he finishes his checks. He's always looking to kind of do something just a little after the whistle. He doesn't back down from people. That's Owen Tippett. Man, I was happy when they got him last year, and I said on the show a couple of his shots, if they hit the post and went in, he'd look even better, and I think he's trying to fight through it still with the goal scoring, but I think the young man works hard, and I'm looking forward to seeing more out of him. I think the goal scoring is going to come rapidly for 74.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I think so. You're right. Tippett's a great replacement for Giroux leaving. He has room to grow, and he's got size and skill. Something Drew only had one of, only the skill, not so much the size. And fuck Boston. I know that's your city, but fuck the Boston Bruins. Okay.
Yes.
There you go. My final
and go
thought.
Birds.
Jesus.
Every time you go to talk, Jess, I'm just going to cut you off.
The music's already doing it. My final thought, which is brought to you by Brandmore Wine and Spirits. Go to www.brandmoreWineSpirits.com. Go make your own 4-pack of craft beers in Delaware. If you're familiar with Delaware, then you know where I'm talking about. Mine is going to be like us on Facebook at facebook.com/Flyers Alley, on Twitter at Flyers Alley Pod 1 with the blue check mark. And Instagram at Flyers Alley. Make sure you guys go subscribe to our YouTube. Helps us out. Make sure everything's cool. We will see you guys next Sunday for episode 100 of Flyers Alley. See you later.